Hey y'all, so I know we're all sad that our Potomac journey is over, but we still have the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So yeah, we're like 4 episodes in, and the season is, a little blah, but hopefully it picks up. Hopefully. But yeah, let's get into this episode and see what it's bringing. So we start off just seeing how a bunch of the ladies are. We go from Portia, she's talking about her jail time, to Shamia. We go to Drew, talking to her husband with her family. Then we get to Candy with her businesses, talking to Sweet Don Juan and her daughter. And now we're finally on Cynthia, and she's headed to a yoga studio with her sister Mallory. Wow, Cynthia has a wagon on her just as she's walking into this yoga studio. It was just something I could not see. Here they go with these clear face shields. Y'all already know how I feel about it. But Kenya walks in and joins them. So after this futile yoga session, Kenya's just been asking Cynthia what's been up. And Cynthia tells her, yeah, I just have a lot of wedding stuff on my mind. So Mallory's informing Kenya about Cynthia's behavior when they were looking at the wedding site. And, if Cynthia can't get married on the date that she wants, then she thinks she doesn't want to get married at all, or she doesn't have an answer for Mike. So Kenya, shockingly, is the voice of reason on this, and she's really letting Cynthia have it right now. In Cynthia's point of view, she's just like, well, if we can't get married on that date, maybe we need to go back to the drawing board and see what we can do. But clearly, Cynthia wants the big wedding, because her first big wedding, it almost cost her bankruptcy. So this time that she has the coin, she really wants the big wedding. And Kenya is saying, well, the date shouldn't matter at all. You need to get married to this man. What's more important to you, the wedding or the marriage? Oh, so we're breaking the fourth wall now. Like, Kenya wants to put Cynthia on blast and say, well, yeah, to him, it's like you want to do this for the show. And if you can't get married on that date, then, yeah, you're worried about making this big production. They love breaking the fourth wall these days, huh? I remember back in the first few seasons, they would never allow them to break the fourth wall or talk about production or anything. I'm not sure why they're yelling at each other, but, Kenya's getting very aggressive, and then Cynthia's already highly defensive. And she's like, okay, yeah, let's all break the fourth wall down right now. I'm not doing this for a show. Cynthia proclaims in her confessional that the show didn't tell her to do anything. They didn't tell her to get married. They didn't tell her to get divorced. Now go run tell that. Now, I will say though, let's not pretend that production, didn't want you to get married this season, because I think your storyline is drying up, sis. And we all are wondering, how are you still on this show after umpteen years? So I'm pretty sure someone in production was encouraging you to have the wedding this season. And we've already seen that they had this whole big wedding and it wasn't even filmed anyway. Cynthia is tired of Ken. She's just like, let me listen. I don't want you to shut up. Yeah. Kenya shuts up and lets Cynthia talk. So now after all this hoopla, Cynthia's telling them, okay, I heard what y'all said. I will now go back to my man and make it more clear to him that we will get married on this date. Come hell or high water, we could get married on the street if it has to be. So yeah, I'm guessing she finally takes that in. So afterwards, Kenya acknowledges that she doesn't want any more friction between her and Cynthia. She doesn't want to go backwards. And then she remembers that she almost spoiled her engagement last season. So she really wants to know how she can make it up to her. So next scene, we have Candy meeting up with Kenya, and y'all, I gotta admit, I watched these episodes 2 times before the review. On the first time, I totally forgot they met up because I was literally on my phone the entire time. That's just how checked out I am watching this show now. Oh man, this is making me miss restaurants. Like New York, they actually closed indoor dining again, and it's too cold outside for outside dining, so mostly everywhere is closed right now. Oh gosh. Anywho, so Kenya is just informing Candy about Cynthia's situation and how she wanted to marry Mike on 10-10-20 in the midst of a pandemic. And Candy goes, well, her last wedding was in the midst of brokenness. Thank you for reminding us, Candy. And I cannot believe, we get a flashback, of course, to when they were talking to the wedding planner, her and her ex-husband, Peter. I cannot believe this scene was 10 years ago. Oh my God. And Candy's just saying what we're all thinking, which is, okay, well, she has the money now to go all out on a big wedding, unlike her last wedding where they were putting together nickels and dimes and hoping production would pay for it. So then Kenya tells Candy she wants to do something nice for Cynthia because she almost ruined her engagement last year. So she wants to throw her a surprise engagement party. But the catch is, Kenya wants Candy to host it because she knows more people would go if Candy says it was her event. Yes, I mean, at least Kenya is self-aware that she's a horrible person. So yeah, that's the main reason. Now, Candy, of course, definitely clocks that, and with the help of production, we see all the ladies who Kenya isn't cool with, such as Tanya, such as Marlo, as well as Portia. And we'll see later in the episode, it's just like, Kenya, if you were nice to people, it wouldn't be so hard to get people to support you or go to events that you're hosting. Like, look how she treated Drew. Like, didn't even meet the girl and called her, like, what, a stray? Like, really? Another black woman? Like, Kenya does not support black women. Let me just get on that tirade right quick. I mean, let's just go down the list of all the women like Kenya has burned over the years. Like, it started out with Portia because I remember she was just mean to Portia for no reason. Quad on Watch What Happens Live. There was Sherry Shepherd on Watch What Happens Live. Vivica Fox, Kim Fields. The list goes on. So yeah, it's you, girl. So they're going over the invite list and Marlo's invited, I guess. And then they bring up Portia. And King is asking Candy how Portia is since she got arrested. And she said it in such a shady way. And of course, King, this is why people don't fuck with you. Like, seriously? You're really gonna try to come for her on some social justice stuff where she sacrificed her freedom for a good cause? Why don't you do that? So Kenya, they're not fighting in the right way. Who are you to say that? I don't get that. Like, who are you to say like how they should protest? You sound like a Karen right now. And not the one from Potomac. Oh, so she's trying to make it into a mask issue because they have to film together and she's out protesting. I mean, okay. That's why y'all keep taking the rapid test throughout production. That's what it's for. I don't know. I think it just clicked to her like, oh shit. They're probably going to use this. It's going to come off bad. Let me say it's like a safety issue thing. I also really hate how her friends Cynthia and Candy never hold her to task unless they're coming for them specifically. Like, this was just rude. Candy needed to call her out on that. But anywho, of course Kenya wants her butt buddy LaToya to come to this party. This is actually Candy's friend. She's saying how much she loves LaToya and she's trying to insinuate there's like some attraction, like there's like a lesbian vibe. Okay, production even asks, is there an attraction between them to Kenya? The messy producer also asked Candy, would you be jealous? The messy producer even asked Candy, are you jealous? And Candy was like, no. But I mean, it's a fair question because we know that her and Ty be inviting people into their bedroom. So I'm not surprised she was asked that question. So next scene, we're with Drew and her husband, Ralph. Now y'all, my finger is on the fast forward button. I'm ready. Because I'm not about to sit through them arguing again for another episode. I'm not. You know, it's a shame because Ralph is so fine, but yet he's a toxic, hypermasculine dummy. So they're having a therapist come over and we're gonna sit in on their session. So during their session, the therapist is asking, what is more important to you and what do you think needs to be worked on in a relationship? So Drew says transparency, more love for her son, less anger. Ralph says respect and more sex. And I'm just like, of course he said that. Of course. Like, I mean, I get the sex part because, you know, that needs to be frequent for relationships to work. But respect, I'm just thinking, okay, he just wants her to stay in a woman's place. That's what I hear about that. See, he even confirms it. He was just like, I don't want to be emasculated. He feels that his wife calling him out on his shit is him being emasculated. Ooh, men ain't shit. Yeah, fast forward this bullshit about letting him be the man and like blah blah blah. Fast forward. Yeah, so I'm just gonna give y'all the cliff notes on this because I really don't care. Ralph is giving some excuse about his childhood, and Drew is getting emotional. She's starting to cry, and then Ralph tries to comfort her, and then the therapy session ends. Honestly, the most interesting part of this session was looking at the therapist's big Louis bag sitting there in the background. I was wondering, ooh, that's a nice Louis bag. So the next scene, we're at Lake Bailey with Cynthia, and she gets a call from Lauren, Portia's sister, and she's inviting her to a little appreciation party for Portia. You know, she's been out on the front lines and, you know, getting arrested, and she just wanted to have like a little soiree to just celebrate Portia. We also see that she calls Candy too while she's out with Latoya and Marlo. And then there's a theme where she wants all the ladies to wear black. And, you know, Candy's on speaker, so, you know, Marlo lets her know that she's present, and, you know, Marlo gets invited, and then Candy asks, can Latoya come? So, yeah, they're all invited. So, of course, Cynthia asks Lauren, is Kenya invited? Because, you know, she's Kenya's sidekick. And Lauren is like, well, I did not extend an invite to Kenya. So Lauren says, as long as she comes with good intentions and good vibes. I'm not sure why Cynthia is pressing for Kenya to come so bad. Because you know Kenya is going to be Kenya. She can't help herself. Can't you just go somewhere without her? Ooh, I hate people like that. I mean, I have a friend who like always wants to go somewhere as long as his close friend is coming. Ugh, God, it's so annoying. Anywho, Lauren tells Cynthia reluctantly that she can bring Kenya. So then Cynthia calls Kenya and extends the invite to Portia's event to her, and already we see that Kenya is shading Portia already. She's just like, oh, well, let me just get together and throw a party for my accomplishments. Like, sis, you didn't even need to say that. Just say, okay, I'm coming. And, you know, messy ass Cynthia, she's laughing at it too. Like, Cynthia, if you really have to coach Kenya to be on her best behavior, maybe she shouldn't come. So next scene, we're with Drew and Ralph, and I'm just like, nope, fast forward. Bye, wig, bye, wig. So next scene, we're with more interesting people. We're with Tanya, and she's picking up Portia. This is the day of Portia's celebration party. So basically, it's Tanya's job to keep Portia distracted for 2 hours while they set up for her party. Portia and Tanya are just such a fun duo. I would not mind a separate spinoff with just them two, like going on a road trip or something. So they're meeting up with Marlo now for lunch, I'm guessing, and at this point, really, just give Marlo the damn peach. I don't care what's going on in her life. Like, she makes the show entertaining. Give the woman a fucking peach. So it's funny, whenever like someone brings up Portia's relationship with Den, she's like, girl, I'm not with him right now. I'm guessing she doesn't want that to be her storyline this season. I'm guessing it's going to be Portia Luther King. That is her storyline this season. But honestly, just like Portia, I'm tired of hearing about Dennis too. So if she don't mention him throughout this whole season, I don't care. So next we're at Kenya's ditch, and she's getting all glammed up to go to Portia's party. Cynthia calls her and basically tells her that Lauren has rescinded her invitation. And then Kenya already bought Portia's daughter this doll, this Rosa Parks doll, which is just like, really? Anywho, they show Lauren's text and it says, I wouldn't want to even chance ruining this night for Portia. Please don't invite Kenya. Now, I get it. I'm not surprised Kenya's invite was rescinded because, I mean, Kenya's a horrible person. But I'm not completely biased, y'all. Lauren should have told Cynthia up front, hey, I don't want Kenya to come. Don't say she can come and then cancel last minute. That's going to start something knowing Kenya, and it's just rude to do that last minute. She could have just let her come. Ooh, you can see it in Kenya's eyes, like she is seething. So I don't like how Kenya's being a diva and she turns to production, breaking the fourth wall, saying, did y'all know about this? Like, who are you? You're not even supposed to talk to them. Like, really? And then Kenya's like, somebody better pay for my hair and makeup. It is not okay, Kenya. You are pissed. We can all see it. And let's not pretend, Kenya, how you be acting a fool at people's events. whether it be like a charity event, someone else's event. So yeah, Portia's sister decided to nip it in the bud before it can have any chance of happening. So it is what it is. I don't agree with the best way for her to handle it. She should have said no in the beginning, but right now it is what it is. So now Kenya calls Candy and lets her know she's not going to make the event because Portia's sister rescinded her invitation. And she wants Candy to let the other ladies know about the secret engagement party she's throwing for Cynthia. Now, this is what I don't like. So Kenya is now saying her real feelings about Portia's event. She's saying it's real self-serving, it's phony, and it's fake. Okay, so you're saying Portia volunteering to march and be on the front lines and even sacrifice her freedom to go to jail is for a TV show. That is a big statement to make about somebody. And it just shows that you ain't shit, and that's why you weren't invited. Thank you, Candy. She tells her, like, well, if you think this is all fake and phony, then why you want to go in the first place? It wasn't a good idea for you to go. She just said that, why they getting arrested on camera? The reason is stupid, so she can bring awareness and use her celebrity platform to bring awareness for Breonna Taylor. So then, Candy says that Kenya has disrupted a lot of events, and production reminds us and gives us a plethora of events to choose from. Do you want exhibit A, B, C, D, or E? So as Portia's sister Lauren gets ready for her event, we see like this montage of Black Lives Matter and Portia preaching and being Portia Luther King. Okay, it seems a little out of place and weird, but okay, well, I'll allow it. So everyone is arriving to the event dressed in black. Everyone looks nice. I also like Candy's, what is it, Lady of Rage Afro Puffs. I'm liking it. So I see Portia's friend Fallon is joining the event. I'm guessing she's gonna be another friend of the show. Lord Jesus. And LaToya is there too. And they're all sitting down, and I'm guessing they're asking Fallon about something about her relationship. And she says, I got 3 kids by her man. And then LaToya tells her, oh yeah, I can tell. You look like you date old men. Who do you tell this to that you just met not even a minute ago? She's just such a messy, thirsty witch. Just like Kenya on her first season, and that's why you got a friend of, sweetie. You don't even have a peach, and you acting a fool for $2. But for real, it was just mean-spirited. Like, you can be fun shady, but what she's doing is just bullying and mean. I cannot wait for somebody to check her. I cannot wait. So Tanya arrives with Portia and she's super surprised. Everyone's standing out front with all the pictures. I think I see like one with her grandfather. It shows a picture of Portia as well. Portia looks like she's very flattered and surprised, like she didn't see it coming. And of course she gets a little emotional and she can't believe they just did this for her. So next scene we just see the ladies just talking out back at the party and they're just comparing everyone's ages. And it looks like most of the ladies outside of Candy and Cynthia are in their like early 30s, which makes Candy feel like, oh, I could have babysitted y'all. And then Cynthia said, well, I could have birthed some of y'all, because I forgot Cynthia's like, what, 52 now? And Candy, I think she already made 40. I think she's like 41 or something. But yeah, all that says is, it's y'all time to go. So Portia comes back out to say thank you to the other ladies, and then she brings her daughter out too. Cynthia highlights that, oh yeah, well, Kenya, she brought your daughter a gift. There it is. But, she wanted to come, but Lauren put a pin in it. And she said, well, yeah, it's me and Kenya, sometimes we're on, sometimes we're off. So I don't blame her for not inviting her. And that's where it was left at. I don't know why Cynthia trying to keep drumming up that Kenya isn't there. Okay, we get it. Move on. Candy then lets all ladies know that she's going to have a surprise affair. Make sure you wear all white. Cynthia's asking, well, what is it for? And she doesn't tell her. So it's going to be like a surprise thing. They're all going to be dressed in white. So then Portia makes a little speech for everybody, and then everyone says that they're proud of Portia, blah, blah, blah. And that's where the episode ends. Oh man, we are 4 episodes in, and I'm still not getting what I need from this show. Y'all, I don't know. Like, to be frank with y'all, my Housewives of Salt Lake City review is getting more views than Atlanta. Because it's just like, nothing interesting is happening. Now, I'm guessing next week, you know, King is going to confront Portia about not being invited. Maybe we'll get some drama from that, but whew, I guess I'll keep reviewing it, you know? I mean, there's nothing else on Black Bravo Sunday nights, so anywho, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Cdiggi1 on Twitter and Instagram. I'll see you next week for the bullshit. Bye.